Auntie. Hey.
Hey.
Y'all always catch us. Y'all already know.
Peeps.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome
Everybody,
everybody to
Story time. Story time. Story time.
I'm your girl, Bonnie. How are you? I am doing amazing. Amazing. No complaints. Okay. Welcome back. We are in the second book of Baruk.
Baruk.
Baruk. Baruk. Baruk. Baruk. Baruk. Baruk. Baruk. Okay,
That's from something.
I don't know. In my head, it's I don't know where it's from, but it's familiar. I know it's familiar. But yes, we're in the second book. We learned the first book is called Rayshawn. Okay. We gave that brother a whole name. We gave him a first name, Baruk Rayshawn. Okay. It only meant Baruk the first book. That was it.
That's still his name, though.
It's still his name. That's just a little insider. Okay, a little insider. So we are reading second book of Baruk out of the Cepher. That's right. Yes. So if you have this, guess what? Yay, you're keeping up with us. But we purchased this on Cepher.net, not .com. You ain't gonna find it. But what we didn't do is pay full price for it. Okay.
No.
Use your storytime discount. And remember that the O in the word story is actually a 0, and the E in the word time is actually a 3 as we're going back to the covenant. Hey, there we go. Right? All right. So before we have our recap, I'm going to go into Psalms 37 as a reminder for his people. Okay? And all those who want to claim to the word. Let me fix this.
Are we full screen?
Yeah, we full screen, baby. We full screen. I feel like I'm off. Come in a little bit. Yeah, come in. Y'all get the real, okay? That's
Y'all producers not in the room.
Yeah, so don't worry. Sorry to our producer. Like, y'all got to get it right. All right, Psalms 37, and it reads. It says, "Fret not yourself because of evildoers, neither be envious against the worker of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in Yahuwah and do good. So shall you dwell in the land, and truly you shall be fed. Delight yourself also in Yahuwah, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way unto Yahuwah. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth righteousness as the light, and your judgment as the noonday. Rest in Yahuwah and wait patiently for him. Fret not yourself because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who brings wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not yourself in any wise to do evil. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon Yahuwah, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, you shall diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace." Hallelujah.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Abundance
of peace. Listen,
that mean a whole lot.
Do me wrong if you want to, okay? Do me wrong. It says fret not.
Yeah.
I'm not even tripping.
Not even worried.
I ain't even worried about it, okay? Go as you please, do what you please. Fret not. All right? That's good, because the meek shall inherit the earth. Yes, and I should be having abundance of peace.
Yep. I could be dancing around like I got
absolutely.
Food or something.
All right, so shalom to my aunties, all my aunties, okay? That's on here, and those that's not in the live chat. I know we can't see you, but shalom, we love you, and
shalom.
We are excited that you are joining us today. Shalom. All right. Kick it to the recap.
Hey. Okay, so for those of you who were on yesterday, we know we had a bit of a, I'm going to use a college word, conundrum.
I like it.
About why Baruk was calling these evil spirits to come and sing when Yashrael was falling, like Jerusalem was falling. and everybody was getting taken away captive. And so look, this would Abram, who ain't here, her husband. I shouldn't even put it in quotes.
Because he's my real husband, okay?
Y'all only knew. Some of y'all know. We're talking about how y'all was basically saying, okay, y'all can have this.
Yeah.
You got them to sin.
It's been shifted.
There was a shift in the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
You got them to sin. They knew the consequences. You can sing for a minute.
For a minute, yet a little while.
But don't get comfortable.
Don't get
comfortable. You ain't here to stay. No, you ain't here to stay. They're only gone for a little while. And we learned how they were carried away captive into Babylon. And he also talked about our captivity to the other nations. We learned that when Moshe was at the top of the hill, we thinking he saw the new land. I'll put it this way, that he saw Yashrael.
Yeah.
Or Israel, okay, shout out. I'm trying to get a name back. But he actually saw the new Jerusalem. He saw the real thing, the paradise.
Yep.
Where Adam was going when he finally got there. That's what he saw.
Yep.
That's what when Yahuwah told Abraham, "Get thee up, I'm going to take you into a land."
That I was
said he looked for a city whose hands, I can't remember what that scripture says, but it basically says it wasn't made by men's hands. They know, our ancestors knew that prophecy. They knew what it meant.
Yes.
They knew it meant a physical land, and in the right now, but they also knew that ultimate one was going to come that had the original tent, the paradise, once Mashiach came.
Oh, man.
And that was just like...
That's a trip, though, because honestly, I never knew that Moses saw that. I always thought that he smoked the rock and then he was dead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real life, like play dead.
Yeah, no.
So it was awesome that I got to see that. That they was like, no, you ain't going down there. We're taking you up now.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, because a lot of people don't know.
I didn't know.
Yahuwah had Moses go to the top of a mountain, and basically that's where he showed Moshe everything. And then Moshe passed away, and I believe it was Michael. Yeah, Michael went and got his body.
Michael be collecting bodies, okay?
Michael went and got his body. Like, y'all not getting this.
Ain't getting this.
Yeah. And he had a fight with the spiritual world over Moses' body. I think it's in Jude.
Wow.
I think it's in Jude. Where they had a contention over Moses' body. And Michael was like, I ain't got time for y'all. Give me this darn body.
Wow.
I'm saying that. I'm paraphrasing, but
it could have went down like that. The dialogue could have went down like that. Well, listen, I don't want to hold you guys up because listen, story time is not just for you, it's for me too. Because you see, I be learning. Like what? Didn't know
we gotta talk about the temple stuff.
Oh yes.
The holy stuff that was in the temple. Yahuwah said, wait, don't bust them walls yet.
Yep.
He told the earth to open up. I'm putting you and clothes around the Ark of the Covenant, the rod, all that, the Ten Commandments,
everything,
all that, the priest close it up
so
until the time of the end.
He said, so it won't. So the earth won't even give it up.
Yep. And so the enemies won't get it. Then he busted down the wall.
And then he called for the enemies to come in. He said, now y'all can come in.
Yeah. Come in.
Yahuwah himself called for the enemies.
After he got his prophets up out of there. He said, this one y'all ain't got to see.
He was like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That is crazy, y'all. Crazy, okay? Crazy. Shalom, family. Good to see you. All right. So we are starting. I told you I was coming back for this 14th chapter, okay? So we're in the second book of Baruk, and we're starting on chapter 14. All right. And I answered and said, lo, you have shown me the method of the times, and that which shall alter these things. And you have said unto me that the retribution which has been spoken of by you shall come upon the nations. And now I know that those who have sinned are many, and they have lived in prosperity and departed from the world. But that few nations will be left in those times, to whom those words shall be said which you did say. What what advantage is there in this? Or what evil or what evil worse than what we have seen befall us are we to expect to see? But again, I will speak in your presence. What have they profited who had knowledge before you, and have not walked in vanity as the rest of the nations, and have not said to the dead, give us life, but always feared you, and have not left your ways. And lo, they have been cut off, nor
Carried
on,
off.
they have been carried off. Thank you, carried off, nor on their account have you had mercy on Zion. And if others did evil, it was due to Zion, that on account of the works of those who wrought good works, she should be forgiven, and should not be overwhelmed on account of the works of those who wrought unrighteousness, but who, O Yahuwah, my Adonai, will comprehend your judgment, or who will search out the profoundness of your way, or who will think out the weight of your path, or who will be able to think out your incomprehensible counsel? Or who of those that are born has ever found the beginning or the end of your wisdom? For we have all been made like a breath. Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually beautiful.
Yeah. Because he's saying, what about he said, you're not sparing the city for the righteous. Like, basically saying, what's going to happen? Like, we know no one sought your wisdom. No one's as wise as you. We don't understand
and just as quickly the breath go out, the breath leaves.
Yeah. Because when you consider to Yahuwah, every day is 1,000 years to us. As soon as we born, we die pretty much. If you go by his timing. Yeah. He said, we're a breath. We inhale, exhale. All it takes is one exhale, and we don't inhale, and we out.
And that you never get that same breath again. It's just gone.
It's gone.
Wow. All right. Verse 11. For as the breath ascends involuntarily and again dies, didn't even know it was going to come after. So it is with the nature of men, who depart not according to their own will, and know not what will befall them in the end. For the righteous justly hope for the end, and without fear depart from this habitation, because they have with you a store of works preserved in treasuries.
Yeah, so he said the righteous, we ain't worried about leaving here. We know where our treasure is.
Yes.
It's with you.
It's with you. Oh, let me go here. All right. 13. On this account also these without fear leave this world, and trusting with joy they hope to receive the world which you have promised them. But as for us, woe to us, who also are now shamefully entreated, and at that time look forward only to evils. But you know accurately what you have done by the means of your servants. For we are not able to understand that which is good as you are to understand, as you are our creator. But again, I will speak in your presence, O Yahuwah, my Adonai. When of old there was no world with its inhabitants, you did devise and speak with a word, and forthwith the works of creation stood before you. And you did say that you would make for your world man as the administrator of your works, that it might be known that he was by no means made on account of the world, but the world on account of him. And now I see that as for the world which was made on the account of us, lo, it abides, but we, on account of whom it was made depart.
Yeah. So basically, he said, we know you create the world for us, and not us for the world. Yeah.
Wow. Chapter 15. And Yahuwah answered and said unto me, you are rightly astonished regarding the departure of man, but you have not judged well regarding the evils which befall those who sin. And as regard what you have said, that the righteous are carried off and the impious are prospered, and as regard what you have said, man knows not your judgment. On this account, hear, I will speak to you and hearken, and I will cause you to hear my words. Man would not rightly have understood my judgment unless he had accepted the Torah, and I had instructed him in understanding. But now, because he transgressed wittily, yea, just on this ground that he know thereof, he shall be tormented. And as regards what you did say touching the righteous, that on the account of them has this world come, so also again shall that which is to come on their account. For this world is to them a strife and a labor with much trouble, and that according which is to come, a crown with great glory.
Yeah. Yeah. So Yahuwah's telling him, come on, dude, you know why they got carried away captive.
Right.
You know why they're going through what they're going to. They knew the Torah. He said they did it wittingly, which means they knew.
They knew.
They knew. They knew the consequences. I mean, because he did say it way a long time ago. They knew.
Absolutely.
They knew the blessings and the
cursings.
They
were passing this. This was an oral tradition as well, to pass down the Torah.
Yep.
And all the things like stay away from this, don't do that. So they absolutely did know.
Yeah, they know. He said, but don't worry about it, because this world is just full of trouble. You don't want this one anyway.
You don't want
so this one, the sinners, you looking at them prospering, but that who wants this world? Yours is the world to come. Think on that. The righteous get the world to come. And when you think on it like that, they can have this one.
Listen,
this one's full of trouble.
Absolutely. It's free. Have it.
Strife, tears, pain. Give me the other one.
I'll take it.
The new one.
Yes. Chapter 16. And I answered and said, O Yahuwah, my Adonai, lo, the years of this time are few and evil. And who is able in his little time to acquire that which is measureless? And Yahuwah answered and said unto me, with El Shaddai account is not taken of much time, nor of a few years. For what did it profit Adam, that he lived 930 years, and transgressed that which he was commanded? Therefore the multitude of time that he lived did not profit him, but brought death and cut off the years of those who were born from him. Or wherein did Moses suffer loss, in that he lived only 120 years, and inasmuch as he was subject to him who formed him, brought the Torah to the seed of Jacob, and lighted a lamp for the nation of Israel? And I answered and said, he that lighted hath taken from the light, and there are but few that have imitated him. But those many whom he has lighted has taken from the darkness of Adam, and have not rejoiced in the light of the Lamb. Wow.
So, did Adam really have a good time down here?
Right. So what does it profit for him to live all these years, and yet he still had death?
Yeah, he'd had to live all that time. Moses had to live 100, and they wasn't.
And you still transgress somewhere.
Yeah, they still got to leave here. What they have now is still better. They're not asking to go. Well, yeah. By the time he wrote this, they hadn't went yet. So he was like, Adam lived a whole bunch of years.
And he still transgressed.
But he transgressed, so he had to leave paradise. You think he was having a good time? You better go back and check them books, boo.
Right. Okay.
You got them. Go back and read the scripture. Moses, same thing. Go back. You little hard-headed people.
Stiff-necked people. Chapter 19. And he answered and said unto me, wherefore at that time he appointed for them a covenant, and said, behold, I have placed before you life and death, And he called heaven and earth to witness against them, for he knew that his time was but short, but that heaven and earth endured always. But after his death they sinned and transgressed, though they knew that they transgressed. Though they knew that they had the Torah reproving them, and the light in which nothing could err, also the spirits which testified and me. Shalom, Auntie Deborah Clay. You are fine. Now regarding everything that is, it is I that judge. But do not take counsel in your soul regarding these things, nor afflict yourself because of those which have been. For now it is the consummation of time that should be considered, whether of business or of prosperity or of shame, and not the beginning thereof. Because if a man be prospered in his beginnings and shamefully entreated in his old age, he forgets all the prosperity that he had. And again, if a man is shamefully entreated in his beginnings and at his end is prospered, he remembers not again his evil entreatment. And again hearken, though each one had prospered all the time, all the time from the day on which death was decreed against those who transgressed, and in his end was destroyed. In vain would have been everything.
Yeah. So he said, stop listening to your own soul. Stop listening to you, your human side. I need you to think different.
Wow.
Because basically nobody's asking to come back. Anybody asking to come back, no matter if they was rich down here or not.
Yes.
If they righteous, they still ain't trying to come back. If they unrighteous, they wish they just would have followed the Torah. You have the Torah. Follow it. You gonna be all right.
Wow. Chapter 20. Therefore, behold, the days come, and the time shall hasten more than the former, and the season shall speed on more than those that are past, and the years shall pass more quickly than the present years. Therefore have I now taken away Zion, that I may the more speedily visit the world in its season.
That's what we're going through right now.
And that's what we're going through.
He said, look, don't worry, time is going to get quicker and quicker.
We're running through
people
these
in
years.
the last days, it's going to be quicker for them than you.
Wow. Now, therefore, hold fast in your heart everything that I commanded you. Seal it in the recesses of your mind. And then I will show you the judgment of my might and my ways which are unsearchable. Go therefore and sanctify yourself 7 days and eat no bread, nor drink water, nor speak to anyone. And afterwards come to that place, and I will reveal myself to you and speak true things with you. And I will give you commandments, and I will give you commandment regarding the method of the times, for they are coming and tarry not.
Oh. Tarry mean they ain't waiting.
They ain't waiting.
It says nothing is going to stop my timeline.
It's going to speed up faster and faster. And y'all know we be running through.
He said, my timeline is my timeline. It's not going to change. Man going to try to change days, laws, everything. He going to tell you the world round. He going to tell you all kinds of stuff. But I'm coming when I come.
Wow. Chapter 21. And I went thence and sat in the valley of Cedron, in a cave of the earth. And I sanctified my soul there, and I ate no bread, yet I was not hungry. And I drank no water, yet I thirsted not. And I was there till the 7th day, as he had commanded me. And afterwards I came to that place where he had spoken with me. And it came to pass at sunset that my soul took much thought. And I began to speak in the presence of El Elohim, and said, O you that have made the earth, hear me that have fixed the expanse by your word, and have made firm the height of the heaven by the Ruach, that have called from the beginning of the world that which did not yet exist, and they obey you. You that have commanded the air by your nod, and have seen those things which are to be as those things which you are doing.
Wait. You know how we go. So he said the world commanded you by your nod. See? DNA. Got that DNA. What's up? And we all know what it means.
We all know what it means.
Even if it means something different every day.
Every day
What's up?
Oh, he good.
What's up?
Right. I ain't seen you. I ain't seen you in a while. You can just.
What's up? We got that nod.
That means I ain't seen you in heck long. How you been? That's a whole sentence. In one nod.
One nod.
With a face expression.
Said you who are just some of the times you.
Right.
And they just did it.
And they just did it. Wow, with a nod. Commanded the air with your nod.
With a nod.
Now when y'all go outside, I'm not saying that you Yahuwah.
Yeah, don't try this at home.
Right.
Let's
because that air gonna be the same.
Yeah, let's tell you.
Everybody walking outside.
Yeah.
It ain't working. All right. Verse 6. You that rule with great thought the hosts that stand before you, also the countless holy beings, which you did make from the beginning, of flame and fire, which stand round about your throne, you rule with indignation. To you only does this belong, that you should do forth with whatsoever you wish, who caused the drops of rain to rain by number upon the earth, and alone know the consummation of the times before they come. Have respect unto my prayer. For you alone are able to sustain all who are, and those who have passed away, and those who are to be, those who sin, and those who are righteous, as living and being past finding out. For you alone do live immortal and past finding out, and know the number of mankind. And if in time many have sinned, yet others not, a few have been righteous. You know where you preserve the end of those who have sinned, or the consummation of those who have been righteous. For if there were this life only, which belongs to all men, nothing could be more bitter than this. For of what profit is strength that turns to sickness, or fullness of food that turns to famine, or beauty that turns to ugliness? For the nature of man is always changeable.
Always.
Facts. For what we were formerly now, we no longer are. And what we now are, we shall not afterwards remain. For if a consummation had not been prepared for all, in vain would have been their beginning. But regarding everything that comes from you, do inform me, and regarding everything that which I ask you, do enlighten me. How long will that which is corruptible remain? And how long will the time of mortals be prospered? And until what time will those who transgress in the world be polluted with much wickedness? Command therefore in mercy, and accomplish all that you said you would bring, that your might may be made known to those who think that your long suffering is weakness. And show to those who know not that everything that has befallen us in our city until now has been according to the long suffering of your power. Because on account of your name, you have called us a beloved people.
Mm-hmm. Basically, he's asking for a timeline. I want you to let me know, when is all this gonna happen?
Mm-hmm. He sure is. And
almost feel like he's saying, when you gonna get them though?
Right. That's what he's saying. So how long do they think, he's like,
how long they gonna be in control?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
That's what he's
saying.
He
said, when you gonna get them?
Mm-hmm.
I hear you long suffering.
And show him, like, how long you gonna show him that your long suffering wasn't actually weakness?
Yeah.
It was strength.
Yeah.
When?
Yeah.
See, this is us. We be wanting to know. We know it's in the right areas. You know what I'm saying? In the right areas. All right. Chapter 22. Bring to an end, therefore, henceforth mortality, and reprove accordingly the angel of death, And let your glory appear, and let the might of your beauty be known. And let Sheol be sealed, so that from henceforth it may not receive the dead. And let the treasuries of souls restore those which are enclosed in them. For there have been many years like those that are desolate from the days of Abraham, and Isaac, and Jacob, and of all those who are like them, who sleep in the earth, on whose account you did say that you had created the world. And now quickly show your glory, and do not defer what has been promised by you. And when I had completed the words of this prayer, I was greatly weakened.
Well, yeah, you asking for a
That
lot.
was a lot.
He said, when is this going to be over?
I'm
I want to
sure.
see.
I'm sure. Listen, you was praying your whole soul, okay?
Yeah. And he already been fasting for 7 days.
Yes. And
Look,
hasn't been drinking nothing, but he
Yeah.
wasn't thirsty.
Or hungry.
Or hungry.
Look, next time we fast Yahuwah, we want that. we be hungry.
We be
Yeah. Like, is that a chip on the floor? Is that what's that over there on the desk?
Oh, I'm sorry. You said to meat. I thought you said, did you want this meat?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not talking about grilled meat, nothing.
Yeah,
okay,
no.
you're talking about meaty. Got you. I'm fast. I'm a little hungry.
Yeah.
I need that kind of power though.
Yeah.
I need that kind of strength.
I need that kind of strength.
You fasting from hunger and you ain't it ain't a hunger in you.
Or thirsty.
Not an ice.
Yeah.
You don't want no you just not you with it.
Mm-hmm.
I need that, y'all. Okay? That's stuff that
Yeah.
I need. Be careful what you say, because he'll give it to you.
I know, right?
But I do need it though. For real. All right. Chapter 22. Didi, you feel me. I know you do. All right, chapter 22. And it came to pass after these things that, lo, the heavens were opened, and I saw, and the power was given to me. And a voice was heard from on high, and it said unto me, Baruk, Baruk, why are you troubled? He who travels by a road, but does not complete it, or who departs by sea, but does not arrive at the port, can he be comforted? Or he who promises to give a present to another, but does not fulfill it, is it not robbery? Or he who sows the earth, but does not reap its fruit in its season, does he not lose everything? Or he who plants a plant, unless it grows till the time suitable to it, does he who planted it expect to receive fruit from it? Or a woman who has conceived, if she brings forth untimely, does she not assuredly slay her infant? Or he who builds a house, if he does not roof it and complete it, can it be called a house? Tell me that first. This brother, not to tell you that you're a brother, but come on, man.
Come on, Yahuwah's like, dude.
He said, tell me that first.
Yeah. You're asking for something to happen before Mashiach ain't even came yet. You're asking for something to happen and it's not time. I'm not building a house with no roof, dude. Like, I'm gonna need you to chill out.
Did y'all see your ancestors? Did you see you in this? He said, tell me that first. Like the way he got at him.
Yeah.
Listen,
all them questions. I'd be like,
at this point, you
that's
got
how he got at Job. Well, where was you in?
Yes.
When I created the world, where was you?
Bro, where you at?
When I fastened the world on its foundations, when I made the well, when I did this, when the morning stars were singing, where was you?
Where was you?
Tell me that and I'll answer you.
This is...
Don't mess with y'all.
This is, you tried it.
Yeah.
In verse 22.
Dude.
All the way down. Okay?
Dude.
This is what you try to look like. Nashawn says, this is epic. You asking for something to happen and it's not time.
It's not time.
I see me all up in through this. You're right.
Yes.
Absolutely. We do it all the time. We do it.
I know I do. I'll be like, yeah, when the battle gonna start, I'm ready to
She already
to go.
Auntie Shelly on the beat. Okay.
I'm ready to go paradise. You showing me all this stuff. Can we go? Can I go home?
Listen, I'll be like, that's why I'd be like, listen, if it's for you, open up the door. If it ain't, close that door.
Yeah, right.
Just close it.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I want it.
Yeah. I done stop asking now. I'll be like, okay, wait.
I want it, but it ain't your will. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is us all
I'm
the
just
way.
saying. Jay told Baruk, dude, it ain't time.
It ain't time.
I told you to be comforted. Go sit down.
He said, dude, why you upset? I love this, y'all.
Go eat some French fries.
Sit down somewhere. Have several seats, sir. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see. He got strength now. So let's see how he gonna answer with all this strength. Because we didn't see the whole you tried it with Yahuwah and he ain't working. It ain't working. All right. So chapter 23. And I answered, this is Baruk. Whew. All right. And I answered and said, not so, O Yahuwah, my Adonai. And he answered and said unto me, why therefore are you troubled about that which you know not? Why are you worried about something that you don't know nothing about? Okay.
You shouldn't even have answered.
Sir, you should have just, after the prayer, after the 7 days, you should have just like, okay, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm good.
You didn't have to do this long-winded prayer because you can check. The script hits real different now, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He said, why therefore are you troubled about that which you know not? And why are you still ill at ease about things in which you are ignorant?
Don't know the flavor of the Kool-Aid. And you still trying to taste it. You got too much sugar.
For as you have not forgotten the people who now are, and those who have passed away. So I remember those who are appointed to come. So while you worried about this, I'm thinking about future. What's going on?
There's some other people got to come, dude.
I didn't told you to. Listen, find a corner and stand in.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. We all been put in the corner before.
We all have. Yeah.
I got 4 corners right here, and I think I didn't been in every one of them. Okay. All right. Because when Adam sinned and death was decreed against those who should be born, then the multitude of those who should be born was numbered. And for that number, a place was prepared where the living might dwell and the dead might be guarded. Before therefore, the number aforesaid is fulfilled. The creature will not live again, for my Ruach is the creator of life. And that is in italics.
Yes.
Okay? And Sheol will receive the dead. And again, it is given to you to hear what things are to come after these times. For truly my redemption has drawn nigh and is not far distant as aforetime.
So he's
it's
saying,
closer now.
I already since Adam left here and sin, I already numbered who in creation was going to come to me. You trying to cut off a whole, Uncle Baruk, you was trying to cut me out of my heritage. You talk about coming out.
Listen.
Wait, Michelle ain't here yet.
Bonnie ain't
here yet. Michelle ain't here yet.
Dee ain't here yet. Now I see why he said Baruk.
Baruk sat down.
Called your name twice. He had to check you in the spirit.
Yeah. I got some people ain't even here yet, and you trying to cut them off.
Because you said.
What I'm going to do with them, Baruk? Because you said about the people right now. I got you out, didn't I? Just worry about you. You in.
Stay in your lane. Okay?
Yes. You try to make me leave a whole bunch of covenant people. Because you want to hurry up.
Because you want. That get us in trouble.
I definitely ain't
Linda
asking
said,
no
wait
more.
for me.
Okay?
Because Linda ain't here yet, okay?
You got to wait till I get there.
Absolutely.
And that's what somebody else would say, hey, wait till I get there.
Right. Look. You know what Shai's like, wait, I ain't came yet. I'm not there yet.
Yep. So basically, I feel like I just got checked too. When I be like, when this going to be over?
Absolutely.
I just got checked too.
Listen, I got some situations, okay?
And I don't know who going to come. I'm gonna take my several seats right now. I ain't even asking no more.
Let me get comfortable.
I'm not even gonna say when the fight, when we do. I'm gonna wait till all the covenant people come, because you know you said I got the number. I know who coming. You trying to cut up? You even trying to cut off Mashiach? He ain't even here yet. Your redemption ain't even sealed yet. You can't even come yet. You over there talking about when you.
Listen.
You can't even get in paradise yet.
Dude, Auntie Deborah Clay says, hold up, wait for me to wait for me also.
A dime ain't even gotten up in there yet. And you talking about you. You can't even come.
Listen, Nashawn goes on to say in the chat, she says, I'm dancing. I'm assuming that she's clapping with this. She said, take your own sweet time, y'all.
Right?
We need everybody that's coming in to come on this.
It's only going to be a remnant as it is. So could we wait for everybody?
Can everybody come?
Come on, Baruk. You just think about your little self. You said, oh, Jerusalem is God. It's just a city.
That's it. It's all right.
When you see the real thing, you're going to be like, Jerusalem, was there a place called Jerusalem?
What did I actually see? What was down there?
Where was that? I said, come on, Baruk. Wait for everybody to get here.
I mean, I just, come on.
Keep the bus door open.
Please. Please. All right. Now we can all be reminded to have several seats when we want to rush the Most High.
Let it go.
We all going, yes. All right, chapter 24. For behold, the days come, and the Cepher shall be opened, in which are written the sins of all those who have sinned. And again, also the treasuries, in which the righteousness of all those who have been righteous in creation is gathered. For it shall come to pass at that time that you shall see, and the many that are with you, the long suffering of El Elyon, which has been throughout all generations, that's with an S, who has been long suffering towards all who are born, alike those who sinned and those who are righteous. And I answered and said, but behold, yeah, I felt like
I'm scared to even see what he finna say.
Because it's like you ain't listening.
Dude, he telling you. When you see the number of people, you gonna see it ain't just about you and Jerusalem right now.
But he still got a butt. He got a butt and a behold in his spirit. So let's
scared of it.
Me too. Because he a brother, so what's gonna come out of his mouth. And I answered and said, but behold, O Yahuwah, no one knows the number of those things which have passed, nor yet of those things which are to come. For I know indeed that which has befallen us, but what will happen to our enemies I know not. And when you will visit your works.
He was like, I'm just asking for a timeline, dude. Just give me.
You know how we can't let it go?
We can't let it go. Give me something. He told you, give me something. Come on.
You was worried about his question. I'm kind of worried about
the answer.
Because he might say, you ain't supposed to know nothing.
He might say, look, do I need to get the belt? Dude.
All right. Listen to what y'all daddy say who are in heaven, okay? He said, chapter 25, he said, and he answered and said unto me, you too shall be preserved till that time, till that sign which El Elyon will work for the inhabitants of the earth in the end of the days. This therefore shall be the sign, when a stupor shall seize the inhabitants of the earth, and they shall fall into many tribulations, and again, when they shall fall into great torments. And it will come to pass, when they say in their thoughts, by reason of their much tribulation, El Elohim no longer remembers the earth. Yea, it will come to pass, when they abandon hope, that the time will then awake.
You see your answer, you still don't know.
Right.
Basically, he's trying to tell them, mind your business.
Pretty much.
That's when it's going to happen. Now, look for that.
He said they abandoned hope, but that the time will then awake.
Yeah.
And I answered and said, I am not mad at it though, y'all. Listen, I'd rather Baruk ask these questions than me, okay?
Right.
I thank y'all for his spirit.
I'm going to learn from old Uncle Baruk.
Exactly. She said, I'm not being nosy. I just have to.
Yeah, right.
Because listen, you remember that generations that you said a little before that? I'm asking for them.
Yeah. Yeah. They want to know because, they're my nieces and nephews and grandchildren.
Their neck is a little
stiff.
stiff.
They need to know.
They got to know. So I'm not, he got a little, I'm seeing a little bit of Hermes in
a whole lot of Hermes. Right.
And in everybody. It's in the DNA. They just got to know. All right. And he answered and said unto me, into 12 parts. Nope. My bad. Verse 26. And I answered and said, oh, did I? Nope, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Chapter 26, I'm sorry. And I answered and said, will that tribulation which is to be continued a long time, or will that necessity embrace many years?
You're like, you ain't answering me, y'all. I want years. I want dates.
So I like what you said, but I just need a little, per your last conversation that you had, per your last email, per your last sentence, will this be a long time?
Can I get a timeline?
I just need some clarity.
Can I get a timeline?
He per Yahuwah. He did the per my last email, your last email. He was like, I like what you said. However, I understand not.
Yeah, I just want a timeline. That's all I'm asking.
Is this a long time or is this a short time?
Yeah.
Check which box. Yes, no, maybe.
Can I get years? Can I get a number? Can I get a number? That's all I'm asking for. It's just a number.
That's it. And he answered, okay, and said unto me, into 12 parts is that time divided, and each one of them is reserved for that which is appointed first for it. Listen, sir, you speak in parables. Wait, into 12 parts. Where the 12 parts at? Of what? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Listen. In the first part, there shall be the beginning of commotions. And in the second part, there shall be slayings of the great ones. And in the third part, the fall of many of death, by death. And in the fourth part, the sending of the sword. And in the fifth part, famine and withholding of rain. And in the sixth part, earthquakes and terrors. 8, wanting. And in the eighth part, of multitude of species, what is that? Spectrus and attacks of Shidim, which is, let me get.
Oh, devils. The devil's going to be attacking us. Okay.
Okay. You need to answer that question. Okay.
Yeah, well, I think we're there right now.
And 10. And in the ninth part, the fall of fire. And in the 10th part, rapine and much oppression. And in the 11th part, wickedness and unchastity. Definitely there. And in the 12th part, confusion from the mingling together of those things aforesaid. For these parts of that time are reserved, and shall be mingled one with another, and minister one to another. For some shall leave out some of their own, and receive in its stead from others. And some complete their own, and that of others, so that those may not understand who are upon the earth in those days, that this is the consummation of the times. Did he answer your question?
You asked for some numbers. He gave you some numbers, 1 through 12.
That's it. I guess that's what you got.
That's your time.
28. Nevertheless, whosoever understands shall then be wise. For the measure and reckoning of that time are 2 parts a week of 7 weeks. And I answered and said, it is good for a man to come and behold, but it is better that he should not come, lest he fall. But I will say this also, will he who is incorruptible despise those things which are corruptible? And whatsoever befalls in the case of those things which are corruptible, so that he might look only to those things which are not corruptible. But if, O Yahuwah, those things shall surely come to pass, which you have foretold to me, so do you show this also unto me, if indeed I have found grace in your sight. Is it in one place, or in one of the parts of the earth that those things are come to pass? Or will the whole earth experience them?
This brother is like,
he wants details.
I can't get it. Maybe if I ask it this way. Yeah.
So maybe listen. I'm not saying you didn't understand me, Yahuwah, but maybe let me
ask it another way.
Let me bring it to you this way, okay?
You gave me some numbers, but okay, it's gonna be one part of the earth. Is it gonna be spread out? Like
how you gonna do this?
Yeah.
Is everybody gonna experience this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to listen. And all my getting, I'm trying to get an understanding.
I just need some clarification.
That's all.
That's all. I'm just asking for my children after me.
That's it. That's it. And he answered and said unto me, whatsoever will befall the whole earth. Everybody getting it, okay?
We got to answer that question.
That's it. For at that time, I will protect only those who are found in those self-same days in this land. And it shall come to pass when all is accomplished that was to come to pass in those parts, that Hamashiach shall then begin to be revealed. And Behemoth shall be revealed from his place, and Leviathan shall ascend from the sea. Those two great monsters, which I will have to finish reading about tomorrow at 6 p.m. Which I'm going to have to finish reading because,
I ain't mad at Uncle Baruk. I'm not.
I'm not either.
I'm not. I mean, I get it. He was just trying to
get clarity.
He just, like, when is this going to happen?
But my favorite part is it in one place?
Yeah, or the whole earth.
Or the whole earth.
Yeah, at least you got that question answered. Whole earth, baby.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to answer that in plain English. The whole earth going to get this.
You got that. If you didn't get nothing else.
You got that. You got that. You definitely didn't get nothing else. You got 1 through 12. Okay?
Because basically he's telling Baruk, even if I told you, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Because he can't understand, like,
absolutely
stuff we're going through now. He could be like, huh? What's an airplane?
Right. He ain't going to get it.
What?
He ain't going to get it.
What? Huh? What?
Linda goes on to say, the brother is like a diehard battery. Never run out of questions.
He coming with it.
He is. Listen, when that's some strength that Yahuwah gave him, because I believe it took all that strength to ask all these questions.
And he finally had to throw in Hamashiach. Remember him? That's coming. Remember, he ain't here yet, Baruk. Remember? Hamashiach gotta come.
Pull the reins back, okay?
He ain't here yet. You asking for stuff to end. He ain't here yet.
I'm just gonna say seven seats, sir.
Yeah, just know you okay.
That's it.
Let me do my job. You did yours. You obeyed me. I got you out of this situation. Go boil you some fish. Go
something. Listen, I tell you
hungry.
What,
you know how when we hungry.
We be hangry, okay? That's where all the questions be coming. Like, I'm hungry, but you be like, well, how long it's going to take? Where you going to go? How many street lights is going to be? All these questions.
Like, I fasted for 7 days for this. Give me some info.
I need some information, okay? Per your last conversation, I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. All right? So, you guys, listen, Baruk got a whole lot of more questions to answer, and guess what? Yahuwah ain't mad. Because he's serving them answers, okay? Yes. On a hot plate of you tried it.
Yeah.
So tune in tomorrow to get in on this discussion.
You don't start tomorrow.
Nope.
Okay. We're here tomorrow.
We're here tomorrow. So we are going to be doing some changes, but yes.
We'll talk about
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. on Story Time.
Story time. Story time.
Shalom, family.
Shalom.
Nishan said, this man is definitely a relative.
Definitely.
Everybody got at least 2 of them.
That brother.